Welcome to another whiteboard session on weight loss. There's so many reasons, so many factors that affect weight loss. The two most common factors that people are aware of is exercise and nutrition. But today I'm going to divide this into two factors, what I call your determining factors and your contributing factors. Now I will start with your determining factors. These are the primary drivers that directly control whether your weight loss occurs. They are non-negotiable fundamentals. These are the basics that must align for weight loss to happen. This is a must. The first one here is nutrition. We've always been told that herbs are created in the kitchen. Most of us try to use exercise. We beat our bodies to a pulp trying to lose weight, but we forget training is not for weight loss. There's a lot of health and physiological benefits from exercise, but weight loss is not one of them. You can get to your ideal weight purely by just eating right. 85% of weight loss and the change in body composition vis-a-vis lean mass to fat comes from nutrition. And most people don't really know how to eat right. When we're talking about nutrition here, we're talking about the macronutrients, and we're talking about the ratio of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. The common diet that we have nowadays, this is the biggest macronutrients that most people eat. So nutrition is key. That is what we call, this is what one of the most determining factors. If you don't get your nutrition right, say adios amigos to weight loss. You're not going to lose your weight at all. The second thing that we have to look at here is your metabolism. What is your metabolism composed of? Metabolism simply means this is the millions of chemical reactions happening in your body. How fast does your body break down the food you put in to turn it into energy? And your metabolism is in most cases affected, one, by your lean mass. The leaner you are, muscle equals fast metabolism. And that's why people that have more muscle, bodybuilders are some of the leanest people in the world. Bodybuilders are the biggest, leanest people in the world. Bodybuilders go as low as 4% body fat. Bodybuilders are in fact leaner than even comrade runners. They are in fact leaner than marathon runners. Let's take an easy example of sprinters and marathon runners. Who looks better? When you look at sprinters, most people will always think that marathon runners are fitter, but if you look at sprinters, look at the muscle, look at how lean they are. And if you look at most marathon runners, their lean ratio to muscle, lean ratio to fat ratio is just too low. Most marathon runners are skinny fat people. From a cardiovascular point of view, yes, they're fit. But from a metabolism, fat burning point of view, they're not. So your metabolism is determined, one, by leanness, which is muscle, type of exercise or activity, type of exercise, and of course, the type of foods that you eat. Remember, we're talking about determining factors. If you don't get these things right, chances are you're going to struggle. The third thing here is exercise. What kind of exercise do we indulge in? Majority of people find it much easier to do cardiovascular exercise. If you go to most gyms, the treadmills are full. Aerobics classes are full. Bikes are full. Any of these things, but very few people that are doing weights. The kind of exercise, the kind of activity you do, and at what level of intensity you train automatically determines weight loss. Remember, muscle is an active tissue. Muscle is like another human being inside your body consistently eating. Muscle, when you have muscle, your metabolism, burning fat ratio goes up to easy 72 hours later on. Somebody that just does cardio, if you're running on the treadmill, if you're doing an aerobics class, yes, you are burning fat in that period you are physically doing that exercise. But the minute you stop, the minute you walk out that gym door, the minute you stop running on the road, the minute you stop walking, then automatically your fat burning stops. Now, if you're training only 1 hour out of 24 hours a day, and you're only burning fat 1 hour out of 24, how long do you think it will take for you to get your dream body? Chances are only in your dreams. I need you to be able to consistently keep on burning fat, irrespective of time and irrespective of activity that you engaged in, which means if you're sleeping, I need you to be burning fat. If you're eating breakfast, I need you to be burning fat. If you're sitting in your desk working in front of your computer, I need you to be burning fat. If you are walking your dog, I need you to be burning fat. And how do we do that? We have to increase our lean muscle ratio. We need to increase our muscle and we need to bring our body fat percentage down. So what kind of exercise do we need for muscle? Here, we're talking about resistance training. If you bring in most people that are doing marathons, how many of them can do a single push-up? Majority of them can't. Now, if you cannot lift your own body weight, if you cannot squat your own body weight, if you cannot crunch your body just for your core fitness, then chances are you are a skinny fat person. You look good in clothes, but you look horrible when it comes to looking at yourself in the mirror, because the shape of your body is determined by the quality of the muscle that you have on you. Now, this is what we call determining factors. These are must, determining factors. Now, let's look at contributing factors. Contributing factors are the ones that make a big difference. These are secondary influences. Remember, when we talk about determining factors, these are primary influences. These contributing factors are secondary influences. These are the things that enhance, things that support, or things that will hinder weight loss. While they're not directly responsible, they can make weight loss easier or harder depending on how well they're managed. Number one here is sleep. Sleep quality. We sleep in cycles and we call them REMs. Majority of people sleep easy 4 hours a night. The less sleep you eat, the more disruptive your hormones are. And for people that don't sleep well, they release too much cortisol. Cortisol is your fat depositing hormone. Cortisol increases your ghrelin. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone. When you don't eat right, when you don't sleep okay, you're constantly physically tired. And if you're constantly physically tired, your body consistently wants high-calorie foods. And that's why your cravings for sugar is always high. Your craving for coffees is always high. The craving for energy drinks is always high. Sleep quality affects everything. You can train very well, you can eat very well, but if you're not sleeping well, it means your hormones are out of sync. Now remember, hormones determine how much weight you put on, how much weight you lose. Hormones determine if you're going to put on lean weight or you're going to put on fat weight. Hormones determine how fast or how slow you age. Hormones determine if you're going to feel hungry and craving for sugar, or will determine if you just feeling okay. All those things are the contributing factors. The second one here is stress. Now, stress and hormone go hand in hand. There is nothing worse than a tired mind, because a tired mind leads to a restless body, and a restless body leads to a disruptive appetite. If you are stressed, there is no way you're going to be thinking of eating chicken and salad, eating an egg on a slice of bread. You will always go for your high density, high fat, high sugar things. You want pizzas, you want hamburgers, you want cold drinks, you want coffee, caffeinated drinks, all those things, because your hormones are out of sync. So you have to have a way of completely managing your hormone. You can't avoid the stress, because stress is part of life. So how do you manage your stress? And to manage stress, first and foremost, starts with the quality of sleep. You have to have a ritual around your sleep. You have to have a specific time you go to bed, specific things you do before you go to bed. You have to keep your bedroom or where you sleep in a certain temperature, certain darkness level. You have to cut off screen time at night. You have to stop watching TV in bed. You have to stop drinking stimulating drinks like coffee. Or some people will always drink wine because they say that it's the best way to unwind. But we forget that wine is one of those things. You drink it, it gets you into a very deep sleep, but 2-3 hours later, you're wide awake and you need more, either of wine or you have to take a tablet for you to be able to sleep. So stress management is very important when it comes to losing weight. The third thing here that we overlook is hydration, water. Most people that are overeating, most people that are going for sugary drinks, all they need is water, because your hypothalamus, the part of your brain that tells you if you're hungry, doesn't know the difference between hunger and hydration. And most people, I guarantee you, if they're feeling hungry and they only drink a glass of cold water, chances are that they're not going to eat whatever it is that they eat. Also, don't forget just the fact that you drink water before eating, it will always reduce how much food you eat, because you have a certain stomach size. And if one part of that stomach size is filled, then automatically you can't eat more than that. The other thing here is nutrition quality. What kind of foods are you eating? Nutrition quality. Macronutrients. What is the ratio of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats? Because as I said, most people don't prepare their meals. Most people nowadays don't cook. And what are the most common foods that we buy that are affordable and fast to eat? Most fast foods fall under not only starchy carbohydrates, but most of them fall under sugary carbohydrates. It is the easiest, it is the cheapest, and from a profit point of view, they have a longer shelf life. So if you're not preparing your food, chances are you eating, but from a nutrition level, at a cellular level, you're hungry. Your hypothalamus, part of your brain, keeps on telling you need to eat more, because it is looking for nutrients in whatever you're eating. You eat pizza for lunch, you eat hamburgers, but you eating a hamburger, but your cells needs micronutrients. It needs glycogen, it needs amino acids, it needs triglycerides. But if you're eating these foods that are not real foods, it looks like foods to your eyes, it tastes like food, but when you break it down, it's what we call empty calories. Then automatically it will affect how much weight you lose or how you look in the end. The other big one here is mindset. Very few people take it upon themselves to change how they think first before they can change this meat bag that we call the physical body. Your body is an extension of your thought process. If you've tried to lose weight for so many years, so many times, and you failed, chances are you need to start working out, losing weight inside out rather than outside in. Rather than rushing to buy a gym contract, rushing to get a personal trainer, rushing to download that new app that tells you're going to lose 12 kilos in 12 weeks, you need to do a proper audit of your mindset. Do you have disempowering beliefs? Do you believe that you can lose weight? Do you really understand how your body works? Maybe you just need a little bit more information. Knowledge, if you know better, you do better. And the majority of people don't do that at all. So to finish this, to just summarize this, the key takeaway here is very easy. Determining factors are the foundation. These are the fundamentals, the basics. You can't lose weight without addressing them. And you not knowing them, ignorance is no defense in you getting your results. Then we've got contributing factors. They act as enablers. These are what we call secondary reasons. There is something that either smoothen the process or create roadblocks. So it's important for you to understand both. For sustainable weight loss, focus on mastering the determining factors while optimizing contributing factors for better results. Which ones are you struggling with? And if you have a problem understanding this, below this, click in the link below, download one of our weight loss workbooks. We'll take you through it so that you understand how to do this. I hope to see you soon. If there's anything here you don't understand, leave a comment, share with a friend, and hope to see you soon at the Dream Body Fitness Gym. God bless and take care of yourself.
Yeah.